Welcome to another Words with X, where words keep us moving from day to day. Let me ask, why do a lot of us feel the need to blend into a group? Why? I mean, yes, I get that it's a lot easier to follow the group, have the group decide things, etc., etc. I get that. But it always bugs me when people complain about not having any time for themselves. And yet, when the opportunity arrived, you went to the group. You followed them like a daggone ant or something. I mean, I don't get it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying being in a group is a bad thing. Actually, it does have some benefits to it. I mean, when you think about it, with you at the group, you got people to chat with who share similar interests and stuff like that. And also, following along with the group thing, they share different interests from your own, and you learn new perspective of things. So that's a plus of when you follow the group. Also, you can find out new things going on in life, like stuff you didn't know or may not have heard of or heard about yet. I mean, that happens to me all the time when I'm just happen to be with a group and find out stuff I didn't even know about. So there are some advantages when you blend in with the group. Needless to say, though, being part of a group is a great thing, and I'm not faulting in any kind of way. But what I am going on to rant about in this episode anyway is about why do we, as people, need to blend into the group and not stand out and be ourselves and do our own thing. You follow me a little bit? Yeah, it's a group thing. Doesn't mean you have to be another nail in the board, another blade of grass rather, in the field. And if you listen to a previous podcast of mine talking about making your own fun, you will hopefully now realize you are unique. So why it is such a common thing people don't want to let their unique qualities shine through and bright? You got me. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I got a theory though. I got a theory and idea as to why people, and I mean people in general sense, and I'm sure I've said this already, but I will say it again, because it's easy. That's my theory on why people love to blend in with the crowd. It's easy. It's easy to blend into something because standing by yourself, doing your own thing, making your own tracks, taking your own stuff, all that stuff, it takes work and effort and commitment. It will leave you feeling by yourself at times, and nobody wants to feel that. I know I don't. But something also comes to mind when I feel like I'm blending in with the crowd, and that's a little voice that says, are you being true to yourself and letting your own self shine and show? That's my theory on why people blend so much, because it's just easy. And like I said, I blend with the crowd on a rarity. I try not to. That's why I said when I do it, I do hear that little voice that says, are you letting yourself shine? Are you letting yourself show? Are you letting yourself be true to yourself? Now, I ain't gonna get religious or nothing here. That's never my thing on a podcast, videos, nothing like that. And I ain't gonna repeat myself from a previous podcast. But I will say that each and every one of us has something special and distinctive that only we can bring. Prime example right now. I'll give you a prime example. Only I can bring this energy to this podcast in my voice. Because that's something I do. Something only I can do. That's me. Okay? Same goes for you when you do something. Only you can bring that special something from you, by you, that only you can bring. Now, don't get me wrong. Everyone does a podcast, or a lot of people do podcasts. A lot of people do probably anything you're going to do. But there is something special you can bring to that only you can bring. Now, knowing that, it is that knowledge and remembering why I am not much of a crowd blender. Don't get me wrong. If I'm in a group, I'm contributing to the group. But in a sense, I'm doing it in my own, putting in my input into the group. But, and this is what took me a little while to master and get used to and everything, I am still managing to find a way to stand separate from the group. Even if it's something as small as not drinking what everyone else is drinking or not eating what everybody else is drinking, stuff like that. And usually because I don't want to. Or possibly not doing the activity everyone else is. Again, simply because I don't want to. It's that little independence and self-validity that makes me a part of the group, but also separate. And you know what I've learned doing it so far for so long? Makes people want me part of the group more. I'm serious. It makes people want me then more. Nobody likes an exact copy. Let's be honest. Nobody wants the exact same as something else. Or another way to put it, someone who doesn't represent themselves in who they are, you know? No one wants just someone there just following the exact same thing, the same way, doing whatever. I mean, that just doesn't, even as I'm saying this, it doesn't just make sense why I not even want them there, you know? I mean, think about it. Have you ever heard someone say they hope for the exact same thing to buy again? Like, think about it. You gonna buy the exact same thing again? Now, don't get me wrong. Food is different. I mean, that's a whole different thing. But anything else, even then, even with food, actually, it's not the exact same. Be it it's a new day, different time. I ain't gonna go into a rant about that right now. But I'm just saying, one of the biggest things that makes a new product so appealing is just that. That is different. It brings forth something only it can bring. People rush to go get something different and new and part of its own thing. So to bring to this to full circle, if you will, I know I'm getting off on a little rant here and there, but it makes sense when you stop and really listen to it. Same question is going to get asked again. Now knowing all I've said and put on the table, why as people do a lot of us feel the need to blend into a group? Why blend? Why just sit there and blend in? Think about it. Well, that's another Words with X for today. Hope it got you thinking. Hope it got you pondering what that special, unique, one-of-a-kind thing is you bring to the group, to the table, all that. And, possibly, if you can bring more of it or make it more apparent next time. Watch and see what it does. And remember, words is what keeps us moving.